All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited because we got Hero, the man that keeps StarCraft exciting in the top right, and his probe went across the map at the very start and saw Cure going to proxy. Cure immediately diverts, hides the SCV, and this probe's like, oi, where'd you go, bro? Bro, where did you go? Get back here. Cure, it looked like he was sending a second SCV out, so he was gonna go, oh no, that was just the depot builder. Okay, so it's just, he's gonna go proxy Reaper. Hero's like, whatever, I'll just go back now. Chrono, the probe's there, goes for the gate, goes for the gas. Still looking around, but no, he doesn't find it. This is actually pretty good for Cure. Because the probe could be in the base harassing SCVs right now, seeing the double gas. Instead, Hero, by turning his probe around, actually loses out. It would almost be better if he didn't know this was happening. Cybercore before Nexus always makes sense if you know there's a potential proxy out there. Zealot's coming in, and he's going to bring the scouting probe back here to get the Nexus. Now, the Reaper's on the way here for Cure. He's going to go factory behind it and then probably pull off gas after that factory starts. Pull 3 workers off. Nexus starts. Pylon also on 20 supply. He's going to continue scouting with the probe. That's interesting. He's like, dude, I don't know if this is 1-Rex expand or not. Hero's realizing he's got to scout, and I gotta say, I feel like this opening kind of sucks for Hero because he just has no idea what's going on in the game. Don't get me wrong, it's not like it's bad. It just feels like you lost so much mining time with this probe. You don't know if it's double gas or single gas. You're probably going to lose this probe to the Reaper, especially if he comes back, which it looks like he's going to send that Reaper home right now to clean up specifically any probe over there. And going into Stalker first, looks like we'll be a Stalker into Twilight opening. I think we're on like I was just wondering where the music went, but I haven't turned it off, and I know there's like one of the tracks I have in my playlist is like a very quiet Heart of the Swarm song for like a minute or two, so must just be that part of the soundtrack. 2 SCVs there getting pulled back inside the wall. Widowmine first. 1 Reaper on the front, 1 Reaper come home. Barracks should be clicked home, but he hasn't actually clicked it yet. Guys, for those who are watching on YouTube, there's a group of people in my chat who are debating which sea animal is the biggest dick right now. I love the internet. They were like, well, actually, orcas are meaner than other cetaceans, but I don't actually hate them. They can be pretty cool when they're not being too mean. Someone else was like, well, the bottlenose dolphins, though, those bottlenose dolphins, they could be real meanie heads. This is top tier conversation. Please do not stop, even though I'm kind of making fun of you guys. I actually am really enjoying reading this in the background. It's making me very happy right now. Not as down on you guys rating the size of their junk. That's a bit weird. That's where you're crossing the line. Not condoning that one guy. That's just one guy. Everyone else is being normal. The one guy is making it weird. Stalker's there. He's going after the Reaper. Reaper should go down, but he sees the Robo. And Cure should know what this means. Remember, when you see Robo first for Hero, he's going to go 4 gas, he's going to go for a Twilight Council, and he's going to go Storm Drop. Storm Drop charge style, probably completely skipping Blink for at least a little while. No, who knows? Sometimes he will get Blink first, actually. Yeah, actually, he does go Blink Storm Drop charge, doesn't he? I could be wrong on that, but expect the Twilight Council to be dropping any moment now. Adept getting a full scout, being a massive nuisance, wasting SCV's mining time, seeing the second command centers up, sees the multiple barracks. I mean, this is a great start for Hero right now with the pressure, and he almost gets the medevac down, forces these Widow Mines out. Looks like they managed to kill 1 Stalker, but oh no, he's gonna lose it. Cure being way too greedy, trying to continue towards the main base. SCVs had to be pulled. Finally, the Adept went down, but it's been a disastrous start for Cure. Having his Widow Mine drop cleaned up, the Twilight Council is a bit delayed, but it goes down behind it, as does a Forge, and Hero, he's off to the races. He's got just complete control over this game so far. Reaper's down the bottom. Surprised he's continuing, since the Stalkers could have ran in this path. I think he wants to hide this Reaper, poke in and maybe deny the probe going to take the 3rd base in the next 30 seconds. All right, Nexus goes down. Reapers are going to come in. There's a guy in my chat now who's telling a story of how orcas were trying to kidnap a baby gray whale. Can we use kidnap when animals are trying to eat each other? Is that the... We might be in danger, guys, of putting human characteristics on animals. What do they call that? where you friggin' anthropomorphize or whatever. I think it's like you see like a tiger eating a gazelle and you're like, that is a real meanie pants move. Like, why don't you just be vegan and eat some grass? Like, come on. we might be overdoing it, guys. We might be a little bit out there. Templar Archives coming in. Yep. So it is that storm drop we were talking about. Banshee going in towards the main. He didn't end up going cloak. Observer gets sniped by the Raven. Okay, so Q is going to try and drag his way back into this game. Stim started. He's got this tech lab waiting for the third barracks. Banshee's going to see if he can grab a couple probes. Chat's trying to correct me by saying anthropomorphism. Yeah, but anthropomorphize is what you would do as the verb if you're doing it. You can't do an anthropomorphism. That would be incorrect English. As always, this is my daily getting corrected on English by Americans in Twitch chat who, I dare say, still reading at a 3rd grade level. Sorry, guys. You got to be careful when you correct me in chat, because you guys are almost always wrong. Zealot's getting in on top of the tank. If he can get the tank, that'll be massive. No space to repair. Oh, that's massive, man. Okay, the Zealot's going to move to that left side as well. But no, he almost gets focused down. Drops the Zealot to save himself. He's going to try and drag some friendly fire into the SCV line and does pretty well. Nice moves there for Hero. Still a Banshee in the back as well. 3 barracks up, 3rd command center, halfway done. How do you get out of here as Kua, guys? I'm gonna think about what Kua can do. Normally, deny observers, and the next play would be sneaker drop into the main. Problem, there's already an observer up here. If you sneaker drop into this corner of the main, unload it, stim in, kill some key tech production probes, and then you push the southern base. But I think you probably wanted to do this as a 2-base all-in, because we're so far behind. He's not. He's going 3rd command center. He's going to try and just slowly drag his way back into it, which means Raven's going to try to auto-turret harass, try not to get feedbacked. Banshee's just going to hang in the corner for now. Definitely you should feedback this as Hero. Warp and Eye Templar, feedback it once it gets to enough energy. Actually, it wouldn't kill it, would it? Even on max energy, it'll only take 100 damage and be left with 14 hit points. So, maybe just leave the Stalkers there. The problem with leaving Stalkers there is Hero's very much reliant on that select all army button. So anytime you force him to kind of defend multiple areas like this, it really handicaps his ability to play at a high pace. Oh, he drops High Templar on the front. Dude, who flies in the front? Look at this. He had Marines on the bottom. He had Marines on the top, on both sides. And Hero's like, wait a second. His observer sees the opening. He just flies in, drops High Templar, and just storms the SCVs. Oh, that is deadly. Hero is too far ahead. At this point, Q is pretty much dead in the water, guys. Thankfully, it is a best of 5. By the way, I don't think I told you guys what this was for. This is a qualifier, final qualifying match for, I believe it's Wardy February, is what the tournament's called. WardiTV February Cup or something like that. It's a final qualification match. So these two have beaten everyone else in this qualifier. They're the last 2 players to be getting into this tournament. Or the last one will be the one that wins this qualifier. Ghost coming out. Q is going to have to make some magic happen. I've seen him make some pretty big reversals happen. I've also seen Hero basically be way ahead in games and then tackle himself multiple times. You never know when Hero's going to go full Fight Club and start hitting himself. Oh, he loses the Prism. He does get one good storm out, but then the EMP lands on the second one before it can go down. Dude, he needs reinforcements. He's got a High Templar, flanking Templar. Oh, he even hallucinated the Colossus to get high ground vision. That was a genius decision. He knew as he moved to the low ground, he wasn't going to be able to storm there because he didn't have high ground vision. So he hallucinated a Colossus, and that gave him high ground vision to do that. Who thinks to do that? Hero, apparently. The man has got some moves, and he is styling today. Robo base all the way, +1 armor on the forge. He's already on 7 gateways, and with a 4th base fully established, 70 probes, he is just in the lead right now. He's looking for the feedback, does land it, but I think Storm might have been the better choice, as Kua did see that one coming. And does land the counter EMP. A few more High Templar coming in. There's just only 1 EMP left right now for Kua. Kua's trying to defend without the resources. 2 Marauders going to go for that High Templar. You definitely want to have Stalkers up front, but still no Blink here for Hero. Is highly unorthodox to not have Blink this late in the game. Zealot Stalker High Templar coming forward. Good spread. He's on the High Templar. Nice Storm in the medevacs, forcing the bio back. And I think Storms in those mineral lines might be the best target, because that mineral line is effectively a static target. Ends up getting a medevac and a few bio units over there. He's still got, I think, a Storm in about 10 seconds. Oh, he's got one on that High Templar. Chasing this might be a mistake for Cure. His Banshee came back in at the same time. Looks like it did go down here to these Stalkers, which are now going to rejoin the front. Stalkers there, ready to do their business. I love that Hero's still warping in. Heavy Stalker, and only now does he remember to make Blink. I think he was expecting Blink to already be done, but it is what it is. Hero up 40 supply. Cure playing a rather desperate game from behind. Cure hasn't been as active. Remember, Hero took no time off for the season break, right? A lot of people said off season, let's take a break. Cure took a bit of time off. He hasn't been as active in the online tournaments, just playing a few here and there, whereas Hero has been grinding all day, every single online tournament. Hero is there, signed up, often playing 2 or 3 tournaments in a 24-hour span, really just hammering his practice. And you can see how tight he is. I mean, he's the guy who's taking Clem down to the wire, Serral down to the wire at the moment. One of the few players who's really mixing it up with the very top European players. I would say Hero is far and away the best player in Korea right now. Dark, probably a close second. Maru hasn't really been showing any serious practice recently, so we're not really sure where his level's at. Hasn't been signing up for a lot of tournaments. Waiting for the bigger events to come around. Widowmine does take out a few Zealots on the back, but man, another Storm lands. Another flanking High Templar comes in. It's going to have enough energy for Storm in about 2 seconds. And he does pull it to the right side. There's just way too much Protoss. And that's an easy game 1 for Hero. Too much went right for him there. Just way too many things too early. It's not that Cure played bad. It's that Cure was playing with such a massive disadvantage from that Widowmine drop getting intercepted that he was kind of just screwed. All right, guys. We've got Weibo Gaming's Hero in the left side. Cure for Team Liquid in the bottom right. It's going to be El Dorado. And Hero is building a pylon here. Why? What? Is this so we can build a shield battery defending the third base? What's this about, guys? I haven't seen this pylon before. I am so curious. I am so very curious what this is for. He's going to build a gateway on the natural. It's not really hidden or anything, just an interesting gateway positioning. It's Wild the Ladder can be so fun one day and miserable the next, says Mundaney. Yeah, well, there's this big human psychology is that getting in touch with your own understanding of your own competitiveness is something that StarCraft teaches you really well, by the way. Love these little pokey glowy plants. Because it's number one, the ladder is high variance, but then also our own psychology is high variance. So when you add those two in the melting pot, you get this very, very unreliable experience based on how you're playing in a day, your expectations of yourself, your mindset. It's kind of fascinating to see, right? Because I'm the same. I'm like, oh, I'm so happy one day. I'm losing games, but enjoying it and just like going, oh, well played to my opponent. Good job, buddy. And then I like tune in the next day. I'm like, all right, let's go win some games. And then like, you know, I misplay a little bit and I get so angry at myself. And then my opponent catches me with something I didn't see coming. And I'm like, this is a stupid gamble. He doesn't deserve this victory. It like, you know, it really teaches you how to get in check with your ego and at least get used to the crazy stuff that your ego will put in your head and either deal with it or don't. Now you got to recall right now. You got to recall right now. He does. Make sure because the Reaper was about to pop out. Nice recall there for Hero. Saves the probe, gets onto the second gas, and he's got 2 pylons on the front, which I find very peculiar because no pylon in the main base. I guess he builds his third one up there later. Adept first. But what tech are we going to go for? Is it Twilight Council? And if so, do we just build it here? Or this is a really weird setup for Hero, guys. He has enough money for his tech, but what tech is he going to build? He's not made Warp Gate, which means it should be Stargate. Okay, there we go. What is this style? Very cool build. Alright guys, Reaper's coming out. Cyclone's on the way. Reactor as well. That does delay the starport because that Cyclone is 100 gas. So that really pushes things back. But Hero's been spamming Stargate recently, so it looks like Q has studied his opponent. And there is actually a jump-in point over there on the natural, so maybe Hero's whole building placement was just off by a single space. A depth shade to the high ground. They will take out one of these Reapers, but the Reaper's going to try and punish by, of course, looking for a probe snipe. Oh, the probe's getting blocked! And the Reaper can now jump to the high ground. Should have split those Adepts up. Splits the shades at least. And that Reaper should be going down. A bunch of these probes still off mining momentarily. And here we go. Can he get the regen? He needs to regen to 23 live. No. Only gets to 20 life before the Adept takes him out. Second Cyclone. Whoa, second Cyclone? You're not going to build a Viking as well, are you? You know he is, guys. Oh, he goes Medevac, actually. Okay, so Medevac first, probably Viking after that. Looks like Hero wants to take this southern base. He's going to go Twilight Council pretty early. That looks like a Phoenix charge opening, which is very good for stopping these early Cyclone Marine pushes. Q, you got to be careful, mate. This is Hero we're talking about. He does have a wide range of strategies. You never know when he's going to pull out one of these cheeky builds. And if he starts building... Oh, tanks already. Tanks is not good. Ideal build for Cure, guys, is to either build a third command center or a second and third barracks and just not fight until Stim and Shields is done. I mean, he could technically push before Charge is done. There's only one gateway right now, second gateway building. Maybe he can get some damage done early, but uh-oh, Phoenix already intercepting the first drop. Great damage on the Medevac there before the Cyclone can unload, and the Medevac pulls back quickly. Phoenix very good at disabling siege tanks, cyclones, these sorts of units, but you do need enough zealots to actually make use of the charge, and the fact that there's a third gas, a nexus, and the shield battery is nonsense. So shield battery is a really bad call for Hero here, guys. Hero, one of his... I know I call this out a lot, but you can't be building a shield battery before a third gateway with a Phoenix Zealot style. It just is not a priority. Getting up to a third and fourth gateway should definitely take a higher priority than a shield battery, because shield battery just doesn't do anything for you unless you're using Blink Stalkers or Immortals or Colossus, things that can kind of fight back into it. But by the time a push happens, it's all going to be about charge zealots. And I mean, the shield battery is not even on the correct base because it's actually the northern side that's getting pushed, and he sees it now, and he's going to realize, oh gosh, I wish I had more gateways. 3 more are building. That'll take him to 5 gates. Oh, Q actually opening things up. He changes direction. He actually did build the battery on the right base here. We're now building one on the north as well. He's still not sure. His Phoenix are about to confirm. Yes, it is this base. Great pullback timing. But his army's got to get down here. And he's only on 2 gateways this whole time. Charge is going to finish, but he's got no units to make use of it. And that's what I was pointing out with Hero's build being a bit disjointed. He's got to buy time, build a few more pylons in the back in case this one goes down, and wait to engage. He's going to go already. Wow. Having faith in the Shade in the first few Zealots and Phoenix. And I mean, Phoenix are pretty good versus tanks, aren't they? Yes, they are. There's just not enough Marines in the mix, man. The tanks do get dropped. That Cyclone in the back. Oh. Well, okay. No, my first inclination was correct. Hero did pull the trigger too early. He needed another Zealot warp in. If he waited for these 3 Zealots that just warped in, I think this is a crushing win for him. But engaging with just 3 charge Zealots when that's the whole strength of your build gives Kira a massive opportunity and might actually be Hero throwing away what should have been his tech choice. Hard counters Kira's build, but he didn't actually make enough production to build that tech choice. And this is why, like I said, you have to rush a 3rd and 4th gateway. You can add the battery as the attack's moving across. It builds in 29 seconds, but gateways take 43 seconds to build, and they have to transform for 5 seconds into a warp gate and only then start warping in. So getting your gateways early with any sort of charge rush build cannot be overstated. It's so, so important. And there we go. Tanks and landed. Viking getting picked up. Immortal trying to deal with the bunker. He's got to actually kill it. Oh, the bunker does burn down. Immortal needs to target that siege tank, but he's just shooting Marines right now. That Immortal really not getting as much damage as it could, even though the Phoenix got some good disables. Dude, the Immortal just killed everything. For a second, I thought that Viking got inside the bunker and my brain almost broke. Then I realized the Medevac picked it up and then dropped it again. Phoenix still disabling the siege tank on the right side. Looks like Hero will end up defending a very dicey situation, but a hold is a hold, and he does end up on top. If he'd gone straight 3 or 4 gate, this would have been game over immediately. As it is, it's still good for Hero because 3rd command center is only halfway done. You're up 6 workers. If Hero takes the 4th base up north right now, goes for Colossus, I don't think there's a push timing for a while. Medevac's only now coming out. There's no Marauders on the map, just a handful of Marines, a single siege tank. And the Observers and the Phoenix should give really nice map control to Hero. He's actually going to take the gold base right next to his 3rd. Okay, I mean, that's a choice as well. I mean, why not? You're already defending this area. You get those 6 gold mineral patches, which is definitely very effective. Hero finding himself in a bizarre El Dorado match. Q is going to expand towards him, so the fight over this bottom path is going to be very much the deciding factor in this game. And I think it's good for Hero right now. You know, you're squeezing out a 2nd Robo. Seems nice, but I would imagine you need a 5th gas if you want to go 2nd Robo. And it's still going to be tight defending the Terran pushes on this very short path. It's all about getting those first few Colossus out to stabilize things. Robo Bay is done. And the first Colossus has started. Chrono Boost down. Nice. Kua does not see the observer. That's a problem. There we go. Scan goes down. He must have just been waiting for the energy. Phoenix flying in from behind, finding himself a medevac. Marines and a missile turret push those Phoenix away. Nice play for Kua. Just kind of controlling space right now, controlling the territory. Oh, he's going to dive forward. There's no Colossus out just yet. It's mostly just Zealots. Cannon will go down. Gold base very exposed. Phoenix is going to suicide. He dives in, picks up, does take the Widowmines to the face. The Zealot Immortal Sentry comes forward. Kua here committing hard to a push. He may have just found the weak spot. The Colossus wasn't quite ready. The 5-gate Zealot. It's only 5-gate, guys. It's only 5-gate Zealot. He can only warp in 5 Zealots at a time. He's trying to go double Robo Colossus right now, but I think he went for that way too early. The Colossus is going to go down. And Hero, oh, the Ready Point Colossus gets focused by Kua's Marine Stutter Step. Dude, Kua finds just a little narrow opening. Hero maybe bought time with a Zealot counterattack, maybe, but this is just like, if the Terran takes the third there, and your base is right there, there's just so little time to react. If the Colossus was out, that could be a very different game, but as I said, I truly will stand by that analysis that shield battery was a terrible decision. I don't think it's the worst, you know, in of itself, but let me add. You're like, oh, 100 minerals won't change anything, Pig. You know, I'd get comments like this. Oh, you just hate Hero. I love Hero. Hero's one of my favorite players. But let me show you. Third Nexus goes down. Good call. Shield battery makes no sense. Not only that, he builds a third gas, doesn't he? I think he takes a... Yeah. You can't be going third gas and a shield battery. That's 175 minerals on 2 gates. Look at how delayed his next gateways are here. Third gateway finally comes down, but only a third. No fourth gateway for ages. And the whole point of a charged Phoenix opening is that if your opponent does a push like this, you can crush it. But he's not scouting with his Phoenix. So, and if he was, he could confirm. No add-on on the starport means you're still building Vikings. Tanks coming out, you're being aggressive. If you're building tanks this early in the game, like any scouting here would have told him that, and he should have been just like gates, pump zealots, chrono charge. And I mean, charge finished at the perfect time. So I really do believe, get those gateways up a little bit earlier, and then wait for more zealot warp-ins before you engage. He could have tanked a lot of damage on the Nexus, threatened the engagement going in and out. If he waited for 3 to 5 more zealots before he engaged, he crushes this push, and it's basically game over in Hero's favor. All right, guys. Hero in the top right side of the map. And Kua proxying barracks. What year is it, Kua? Is this still good, guys? It's funny, because, like, I beat people on the ladder a lot with proxy barracks. But I also, like, don't see it that much from pros anymore. It doesn't feel as good. It feels like the Protoss players are so good at stopping it. Double gas! Ladies and gentlemen, double gas detected. Hero is going for a double gas build. Could be the Sentry into Stargate build we've been seeing Zaun do a lot recently. I do love that build order. Double gas for Kua as well. Oh, what? Oh, this is not a good build, Kua. Don't do this. Tech Lab? Guys, he's going to go single proxy barracks Marauder. Wait. No Reaper first? Is he doing Beyond's 1-base Hellion Marauder all in? Because that's a good build, but you're meant to open up with a Reaper to distract them. You can't just go straight Marauder unless you're banking on your opponent not scouting, because it's Hero and he doesn't scout a lot of the time. Oh, okay. Okay, no, actually, this is genius. Kua studies his opponent. If you were doing this randomly on the ladder, this would not be a good way of doing it. But if you're doing this specifically against Hero and you've guessed he's not going to scout that game, that's actually... I love it. Okay, I understand, Kua. This is me learning in real time. I'm like, why would you do this? It's so obvious what you're doing. Problem, that hallucination is going to figure out something's up so early. And he should be able to defend if he just keeps making units out of the gateway. Especially if he builds like a battery on the natural or whatever. I don't know, man. This is going to be tough. I feel like if the Reaper's in there, maybe you distract him from hallucinating early. Maybe you get him to use a force field. But is this good on this patch is the question. And the answer, in my mind, is probably no. Going with 2 Marauders right now. Hellion's going to join it. Seeing no barracks at home. Hero's got to go, what the hell is this? Marauders are arriving. Don't engage until you've got probes here. He has to pull probes if he wants to defend that natural. He needs to build another pylon as well. He's about to get... I guess the Nexus will finish. Oh, look at that! Hallucinating Stalkers, guys. Nice move, nice move. Scares him back temporarily. Extra battery starts. Pylon behind it, which will power it once it's finished. Pylon builds faster. Stalker sentry on the ramp. Probes exposed on the natural. Cancel the battery. Oh, that's a hallucination, mate. Oh, he focuses both hallucinations. Cure uses all of his damage on the hallucinations to start the fight. That could not have been any worse. Hero laughing his butt off as his hallucinations cackle madly and distract the Marauders. The battery's going to come up. Only 3 probes going down. Excellent hold for Hero. Oh, Cure has won so many TvPs over the last 2 years with double proxy Marauder. Haven't seen him do this one before. His command center only now starts as a Cyclone begins and a Dark Shrine goes down. Reactive Dark Shrine, that's so clever. Still Marauders hanging out. You got to be careful. 3 Marauders can beat the crap out of 3 Stalkers if they catch them off guard. Dude, Hallucination I feel like is getting so much play lately. I got to start using that ability. It's really helping out a lot of players in cool spots. That Colossus to spot the high ground in game 1 as well. I love it. We've got Stim making off the proxy, guys. Always a bit of a gamble. But it's far enough back. It's hard for Protoss to get out there to deny it. Worst feeling is if that gets sniped at 90%. Problem is, guys, if there's no starport, there's no starport. Oh, and he sees it. He sees no starport. You know what? That means no starport equals no Raven. You don't build an engineering bay and a turret on your natural, you're screwed. Dark Shrine's already coming up. Robo starts here as well. You're happy to chill on 2 bases for now. Gonna send another hallucination out. We should be going Dark Templar warp in, but Hero just spent all of his gas. 126 gas, first Dark Templar will run across. Second orbital only now morphing. He's not got a lot of energy. Working on a budget right now is Cure. 3rd barracks coming up. Stim will finish off the proxy. Oh, Dark Templar walking past. Does he see it? Does he see it? Does he see it? Let's go to Cure's vision. He just dropped a mule. He just dropped a mule. No engineering bay, no starport, no Raven, no scans. Oh, you're kidding me. He's building Marines in combat shield. He's going for an all-in, guys. He's about to see the Dark Templar. Dark Templar ripping his Marines apart. This is Cure's map vision right now. He starts an engineering bay, but the Dark Templar's already at his main base. He's stimming forward. The tank is already working on him. The Stalkers and the Sentry's going to force field those units. 2 Marauders, no escape for them. And the Dark Templar, of course, with vicious intent, is going to start picking away those tanks. Cure has to tap out there. A cute idea for Cure. But the hallucination into Scout into the hallucination defense for Hero was just so well done. GG, well played. All right, guys, Hero in the top right side of the map there. Got to feel very happy after that hold. I think Cure might go back to a 1-Rax expand now as we go into Ultra Love. Wouldn't mind Cure playing some standard stuff here. I think he does well in the standard games. Just got to not fall behind early, you know, like. Just a few little tweaks on a standard macro game. Don't be diving in with a Widow Mine drop. I think, and this is where Terran players feel so uncomfortable at the moment, is trying to exert pressure to the Protoss at the moment, especially with the energy recharge and Stargate builds resurging, without overcommitting and throwing their army away. And I think doing things like committing to a Phoenix Charge Zealot build is such a good thing to mix in just one game in a best of 5 to punish an over-aggressive Terran that doesn't scout, doesn't realize what you're doing. Hero threw that game away, unfortunately, right? But it could have been a 3-0 if he did that correctly. And I think it goes to show he's like 1 step ahead in the early game meta. And this is what we were always talking about in kind of, you know, balance-wise with the last patch. What will it do for PvT? And it all came down to how does energy recharge versus shield battery affect the early game? And I feel like with the increased opening build orders, also the Cyclone being reverted, big change. I think you've actually seen Protoss get way stronger in the early game. And I think that's way more important than any sort of late game change of like Ghost being 1 more supply or this or that, right? I actually think that makes a huge difference. And that's where, outside of Clem, it does seem like a few of the Terran players are struggling. On the other hand, they haven't been practicing as much as Clem, right? Clem's kind of been the Terran that's grinding hard in the off-season. He's far ahead of everyone else in his knowledge and his execution. Marine first opening, very efficient for Cure, but it means he won't have the Reaper Scout or Harassment. Probe still hanging around here. Hero trying to be a bit of a cheeky boy. He wants the Reaper to go out because Reaper pops at a minute 58. And at 2:05, he'll come in and start attacking this SCV. Just wait for it, guys. Maybe 2:07 at the latest. See, 2:07? There we go. Comes in, he says, haha, your Reaper's across the map. And in fact, the Marine is actually pretty far away right now. So this is going to force that SCV off the line, I think. I think that SCV dies if he leaves it building. Yeah. But a new one's there pretty quickly. Good reaction. He sees it's a Marine. Does Hero. He could still get out of here with this probe if he just micros his heart out, yeah. Because a Marine's just there. And you can recall it if you really want. I would recall it just to feel good. Just to be like, nah. Like, it's not about, is it worth recalling this probe right now? It's about, I just want to deny you getting the kill, you know? All right, guys. Factory's on the way now as well. Stargate also. It's funny because casting our mind back to a few months ago when I was talking about the patch and the balance and going back to the poo-poo patch 5.011 and all that sort of stuff, where balance went wrong in the matchup. Big thing we were talking about was how one of the big things with like top tier tournament results where TvP has been so imbalanced is guys like Beyond and Cure who aren't really ever winning tournaments, but they're always blocking Hero and Classic and Showtime and Stats and everyone from getting up there. Like they're always beating them in the round of 8 or the round of 16. Not always, but you know, one of them will eliminate them even if the other one falls. So it was kind of this thing where the best Protoss players were falling to like the 3rd, 4th, 2nd best Terran players. A bit too consistently, and I think if that changes, then I think that's nice for that matchup. It's kind of funny though, because PvZ is the matchup where I think Zerg players outside of Serral are going to be really struggling at the moment, so we'll see how that evolves. Nice probe surround! Oh! I mean, he still gets 2 probes, which is nice. If you don't have a unit there, that's actually good handling. Cure catches an Adept on the low ground though, takes advantage of the distraction. Another Adept does get inside the base though, and getting a few SCVs, I think, is worth losing an Adept, but hey, that SCV survives. Well done. Units lost tab pretty even between the two of them as the Oracle comes in. Oracle sees everything, sees the Marines going up. Adepts and Oracle thinking about joining forces, but that's too many Marines, and now with the Cyclone out, the Oracle has to pull back. Now, a second Cyclone and a Viking are being built, which means Cure is committing to aggression. Blink's on the way. Second gateway is almost finished, but look at that. Cyclone chasing the Adept down could be nice. Adept shades into the natural. SCVs are going to drill. Drill, baby, drill. Oh my gosh, he stopped attacking it. Oh, what are we doing? Cure. Oh gosh. Oh, Cure. Oh, what are we doing, mate? Oh, geez, because the Oracle distracted him in the main. It killed like 7, 8 SCVs in the main, 2 in the natural. Stalker's taking big damage though, Cure. Dude, he's fighting so much damage, he might make up for it. Leaves himself completely open at home to the damage and prioritizes getting in Hero's face. And you know what we all know about Hero? He's all gas, no brakes. This man is all offense, no defense. He is wild, he is chaotic, he is aggressive. And look at this, more Cyclones, Marine, Viking coming across the map. Blink is not ready yet. It's 4 Stalkers. The shield battery in the main base does finally finish up. If he can get rid of the Cyclone, that'd be really big for Hero, but he's not quite able to. Stasis Trap does come in from behind. Oracle still dancing back and forth, seeing what it can do. I think Q may have spotted the Stasis Trap. Cyclone runs into it. This Cyclone, though, kills one of the Stalkers. Oracle almost goes down. It pulls to the left side. Stalkers on the high ground. Hero frantically trying to micro his way out of danger, but he is on 24 workers against 30, and I think Cure is the one who's actually recovered here. He's the one who's rebuilt his workers, and he's going to go for the Twilight Council if he can kill that before Blink is done. Oh no, Blink gets denied. The Stalkers are forced to commit to the fight, but with the second Cyclone coming out of the Stasis Trap, that's going to be so powerful for Cure. He's got massive amounts of damage that he's dealt here. Tanks are coming across, more and more units. Cyclone, Vikings, probably going to fly in and land, and indeed it will, but with no high ground vision, that should favor Hero to finally clean things up. 2 more Marines and a tanker out front. He's going to siege the tank, set up a bit of an ambush. Hope Hero walks into it and loses a Stalker. Oracle goes back in, kills another 8 SCVs. You are kidding me! Oh, okay. 9 SCVs going down. Cure should have left something at home. That was a bit sloppy there for him. Stalkers are going to walk out. Bit of a crazy ambush for Cure, playing sloppy StarCraft. The Stalkers actually could have run on top and fought that potentially. Oracle, don't lose it to the 2 Marines. Don't lose it to the 2 Marines. It's Hero. So you know he's tempted to fight, but it's super risky to fight those 2 Marines. His shields are mostly full. Oh, 10 shields, 4. Oh, 4 shields, 5 hit points left. I don't think he can kill the tank, though. Surely not. Surely not. Surely not the 2 Marines! Ah! Hero goes too close to the sun. The tank survives. And that siege tank, just with the middle finger sticking out the top of the turret going, F you, Protoss player! But dude, I can't believe this is reset to this situation. This truly is a hero game. His third base survived. He's only now rebooting his Twilight at 7 minutes. He's rebooting an Oracle, a bunch of Stalkers and a Sentry. Stim and Shields haven't started. It's 3 tanks and a handful of Marines. What is this setup? Dude, this game is nonsense. This game is nonsense. I love it. Do you think it's even? I think Q is ahead. No, I agree Q is ahead. Because the work account's pretty similar. It's just the third base for Hero is going to give him a really good mineral boost. If he goes straight charge +1 and builds a 4th Nexus, and then it's just all, if he defends the first attack, it's game over, essentially. If he does that. He does go charge first. If he went Blink here, that would be super dumb, because then there'd be no way to stop the frontal push. Yeah, I think you guys are right in the chat. Viking's going to land in the main. Nice little attempt to harass. Like, Q's got 3 tanks and 13 Marines. He has to just... he's so committed to his first push is the problem. Viking flies through, sees a shield battery, realizes he's getting nothing done there, and he's going to back off. Hero on just 53 probes, guys. He needs to go for an upgrade, and he needs to go for a 4th Nexus. Because in this sort of game, there's been so much fighting. Your main is already half mined out, which means, look at this, you're losing mineral patches. They're going to be disappearing. Did he just rally an Oracle into the enemy production? He did not. He just clicked an Hero. He rebuilt his Oracle and he just clicked it into the Marines above the barracks. Oh no. What are we doing, mate? Robo does build here. He's going to 8 gateway. Like I said, if he builds a handful more probes and then just transfers workers from his main down to the 4th, it's so hard to get a 3rd base up. Look, he's trying to build a 3rd command center now his Cure. But his main's going to start losing these mineral patches soon. And his income will dip. His first push is going to be very important. Shields is done. Stim is finishing. I do hope he remembers Concussive. There we go. He needs to just be building more medevacs. And I think his first push needs to do damage. This Widowmine drop coming in on the left. Stalkers are there. I would not commit to this. Dude, that's crazy. But I guess he knows there's no blink. Yeah. Hero quickly builds a Phoenix, realizing he's got nothing to control the dead space. This drop's going to go back on the right side, clean up that pylon drop. Widow Mines, one of them goes down, and the other one will take out a Stalker. And not really finding any direct damage, other than these couple of pylons he's going to pick off. Blink is now on the way, and that single Phoenix will go clear out the dead space. You can see, should rally that Stargate over there, so it just immediately heads out. We'll see how well he manages. Where is this rally point, guys? Dude, his Stargate is rallied to the enemy natural. Oh, Hero, come on, mate. That's ridiculous, that is. Phoenix chasing down the drop, guys. You drop those Marines, they're going to die to the Zealots. Phoenix does take a long time to kill a medevac, guys. Ooh, that medevac barely escapes. I think you just commit with this Phoenix, especially with those Zealots coming in. Tries to pull out, so the Marines struggle to focus it. And lets the Zealots do their work. Phoenix does finish that drop off. Nicely played. 61 probes versus 55. Hero might be back in this, dude. Right now, though, 10 Marauders, 15 Marines, 3 tanks. The tanks are all at home. They're all chilling at home. So this is like a counter-attack squad. And Q is going to put the tanks on the high ground, which is actually going to do so well here if he lifts that 3rd and runs it away. Tanks are shelling the Zealots. Counter-attack comes in. I don't know if that recall's a good idea. What are you even recalling? Did he just recall 2 Zealots? That's the most hero recall I've ever seen. Hero's like, quick, we need to defend. He just clicks his recall at a random part of his screen and recalls 2 Zealots to the 3rd. Oh, the Zealot's trying to drop on top of a medevac drop. Dude, Hero's such a one-of-a-kind Chad. He's the only player who tries to drop Zealots on top of medevacs that he's chasing. Normally it's the other way around. It's Marines dropping out of prisms, out of medevacs to chase down a warp prism. But he's chasing this drop down. If he can get rid of this, that'd be huge. I mean, the medevac's going to take forever to kill anything. Blink's almost done though, right? Good pullback for Cure. We'll save these units. 3rd command center's up. 2nd eBay and Armory both coming in. He's on 5 barracks. 3 tech labs, 2 reactors. Standard split. The drop tried to chase into the army. What are you... He actually chased in with the prism and almost threw away a full drop. Oh, it's a bloody Hero. I almost said pig. Because, I mean, that was a pig-style move. Chasing the army with the warp prism. Guys, that's like driving a minivan at your opponent's tank. It's not smart. Zealot's charging in. A bit of a YOLO. Loses his observer to the double mine splash. It's pure Zealot. There's no splash yet. The Colossus just isn't quite ready. Just like on El Dorado, he can't fight. He has to pull back, run away, give up the base. If he fights here, he's done for. It's a fake Colossus in the army. He's trying to scare Cure back. The force fields are buying time. He's got to get out of here. Hero cannot take this fight. He's got no damage. He's force fielding a Terran army and doing nothing to it. Oh, and now the Colossus is out in the open a little bit. Nice prism control, but he's already bled out all his zealots before the damage arrived. 1-1 versus 1-1, but Cure finds the weak spot, finds the opening, and that's going to be excellent. The Colossus falls. Cure tying up the series and taking us to game 5. All right, guys. We've got Hero on the bottom left side of the map for Weibo Gaming, Cure in the top left for Team Liquid. And it is going to be game 5 on Whispers of Gold to decide the whole thing. This is a great map for Doom dropping the Protoss main base. It's also a great map against the guy who's proxy barracks most games of this series. Go across with an early probe, try and get in your face and damage Cure's psychology. Get in there, mess up his barracks placement, annoy his SCV. He's already building a second SCV to build the barracks because he realizes, or to fight, it's not going to be able to be placed in location. Classic Hero. Doing this since Heart of the Swarm, man. Said, you know what? Probe shields regen. Let's go be a nuisance, man. SCV is trying to track onto him. Wants to let those shields regen. Doesn't let them regen fully. Almost, though. Alright, gate gas behind it. Looks like you already dropped one chrono. Don't drop the second one usually until after you've got your second pylon finish. Pig, with the queen nerf, isn't it worth doing more cheese? Or is it worth doing more cheese is what you're asking. No need to double negative or anything like that. Or whatever that is. Maybe. I mean, it's 25 minerals. The hatcheries are 25 minerals cheaper. So, does it really change anything? I don't know. It depends how your opponents are playing. If everyone's still... It makes a difference. I think like certain attacks can be a little better. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Kind of... I think it's probably a minor boost to those cheeses. I mean, definitely the queens do cost more. It does delay them a little bit. In ZVP, I definitely feel a little more fragile in the early stages. A bit harder to afford 6 or 7 queens every game. Against Terran, definitely feels like I'm a little delayed on my drone count to get the queens all out at the same time I would have pre-patch. If people are building less queens on the ladder, go mess them up for sure. If you're running into dudes stopping at 5 queens where they used to stop at 8 queens, go wreck them, dude. Get those Hellbat Marauder timings back out. Dust them off. Dude, classic Stargate opening, guys. Just really fast Stargate. Looks like an Oracle to me. Could be Phoenix, though. This probe still being a nuisance. He says, oh yeah, I'm not afraid of you. One adept out. Second adept gets chronoed as well. And a third adept's already building. Command center does go up on the low ground. It's not a super fast one. Just the double gas into pulling some workers off. He's now back on gas, and the starport does go down. I never really liked the economy off this opening for Terran. And it's fascinating to me that it's so common in the current era. I guess forcing shield batteries out of Protoss feels good. But to me, it does feel a little bit like you put yourself a bit behind on the economy. But I guess that the price you're paying is there's more things I can throw at you, Protoss players. So you have to be a bit more wary. That last Hellion's a little bit late. This isn't going to hit till close to 340. Normally you want to run in at like 325 with the 3 Reaper 2 Hellion. Feel like that second Hellion was a little delayed this game. Maybe a slight mistake. And with the shield battery, 3 adepts out, and an Oracle popping, this is going to do no damage. Q's best bet here is to run. The moment he sees that Oracle, and the Oracle's going to scoop in from behind. Yeah, very nice play. Oh, excellent micro from Hero. Gets himself 2 Reapers already. Good split on the units, knowing that they can't all get chased down. 2 Reapers and a Hellion, complete shutdown, and those Adepts very well may counterattack. But now he's waiting for the Reaper to potentially poke in the main. Second Gateway, third and fourth gas, and a Robo. Hello. Whoa, are we playing Phoenix Colossus? Oh man, it's been a hot minute, guys. Oracle into Phoenix Colossus is something we do not see very often these days. I know Zaun had a really cool opening where he went Phoenix opening into Immortal Zealot Phoenix, which I had not seen before, and he smashed Clem with it. Clem was like, oh my gosh, there was like 4 Immortals and like 20 Zealots and 6 Phoenix. It was actually a really good army for a narrow portion of the mid game. It'll fall off over time, of course. Now that is Cloak on the way, guys, and Banshees. First Banshee's already out of the map. As long as you have your Phoenix and your Oracle together, it's the best counter to Banshees in the game. Because they're both super fast detection, super fast anti-light damage in the Phoenix. Banshees will get obliterated. Second barracks there, third barracks. Interesting barracks placement. What is with this? Fascinating. Second Banshee comes out. He's swapping those buildings around. Not emulating the Clem wall off. Going for a tank on the front. Wow, okay. Trying to just create a singular anchor position. Oracle Phoenix in a central position. Really good play here by Hero. He's just got to react quickly, revelate, and shut those Banshees down. Banshee there. Banshee on the left side as well. Robo Bay is almost finished for Hero. 3 sentries into Colossus is going to be a surprising force for Q to deal with. Q's third command center quite delayed in this game. Phoenix comes in. He sees an Immortal. He sees 3 sentries. 4 gas. This is great scouting. Really valuable scouting. And I think he should have a good idea of the fact that this is a very slow and static style from Hero. Phoenix Colossus not going to be diving across that map. You don't have a third command center, though. You might feel like you have to be the one to push. Which isn't really the way you want to play this map. Like I said, you want to doom drop this main while also pushing the left side. That's usually the way you do this once Protoss takes a fourth, but he's got to move out and at least threaten, make Hero feel a bit uncomfortable. Hero's worker count's not that high, and maybe even get away with a third command center on location if you want to be a bit greedier. Banshee goes in from the right, Banshee from the left. First one's already been spotted, though. Should be an easy defense here for Hero, but he's not noticed. He didn't notice it. Hero, wake up, bro. Oh, my God. Guys, the Banshee flew right past his pylon. He had it in vision, but he didn't notice. He's losing probes there. He's going to lose probes down here as well once this starts shooting the guys that are out of healing range. Marine tank Marauder push on the front is distracting him. Looks like the Banshee does get taken out in the main. On the natural, it's taking damage as well, though. 6 workers going down. I thought this should have been a much easier defense for Hero. Instead, it's a big disruption. 6 workers, lots of mining time. Putting back on gas in the main base. Forge goes down as well. Third command center is building, but it's not on location. Keep in mind, Q is only on 2 base. 6 probes is not a crazy long-term impact. If you're not actually using that distraction to set up a push on the front, is it even that good? I don't know. Oh, he's planning the drop. He's planning the drop. The Observer sees it. The Observer sees it. He sees the drop. Get over there, Phoenix. You need to get to the main right now. You just saw him load that up at Hero. He's going to try and jump on the frontal army instead, realizing that drop's still a little bit away from getting in position. Oh, genius play for Hero. He knows he can recall to the main and deal with it in a little bit. He doesn't need to shut it down straight away. That Colossus will take out the siege tank along with his Zealot. Snap recalls into the main, but that means Q is going to stim back in on the front side. 2 probes only going down so far. That's quite a few Phoenix. The Oracle with its laser beam on trying to help out the Phoenix should be able to kill one of those medevacs, and indeed they will. But at the same time, Bio stimming in the front. More probes going down. Well, good pullback on that Oracle. Phoenix, though, ready to chase. Not many units that shoot up here. He's going to pick off the Cyclone and start gunning down those Marines with the Oracle. Oracle pulls back as more Marines arrive. Overall, units lost tab 2-1 in favor of Hero. Hero's third base is intact. He's equal on workers. He's got to feel good about this. He has extended thermal lance. 2 Colossus up, third one on the way. Beautiful force field Scoopy. And he says, I dare you to try and pick up those units and save them. My Phoenix are going to have a party on your face at your expense. And it's cool to see because we haven't seen a lot of Phoenix Colossus on this patch. It seems to be a build which I thought was dying. I was like, I don't know why we never see it. We never see it anymore. But Hero is all over this series. He's all over this game. Oh no! I was just getting excited for Hero. And Miro _X in the chat just said, no way Hero loses now. Thanks for the curse, Twitch chat. Thanks for the curse. Hero's going to find a way to throw now. Well done, Twitch chat. Well done. Honestly, it's possible. Q could make a comeback from here. Amazing EMPs, really good positioning. You never know. You never know. Logical analyses of the position says Hero is heavily favored, but the supply is not that crazy just yet. It's the tech advantage that you got to worry about, right? Only 3 medevacs already forced into pure Viking production, and you've got to overcome the 6 Phoenix and the Colossus. So you really wish you had 10, 12 Vikings right now. You've only got 4. It's going to take a while to get into a position where you can fight head to head. Oh, gets a Phoenix though. That's always nice. Second robo. Remember, Cure often has a really good ability to drag games and series back in his favor from weird, messy spots. Gonna go 8 gates now. 4th Nexus is up for Hero. Cure, does he go second eBay Armory? He's all in. Cure's all in. No second eBay, no Armory, no SCV production. He is saying, look, this is it. We're gonna go for a push. He might even pull the boys. He's gonna try to get the damage. Widowmine's getting good damage. Phoenix count's getting whittled down. Hero, he's building disruptors, which I think is really good for him. He's got double robo disruptor production. If Hero pumps disruptors 2 at a time, I don't think there's really a way to kill him. But he's only building 1. He's not chrono boosting it. Hero's building probes. He's making more gateways, which is nice. Second forge, also nice. This is a huge push, and Hero queues up probes in response to it. Then again, second eBay Armory does go down. So it is sign of Cure realizing this game might go a bit longer than he initially intended. He's still got a big scary army on the map though. 2 disruptors being built at a time. Zealot's going to take down 1 depot. They eat an EMP and they just back away. Hero massively favored in this situation. What does Cure do? Observer's over there. That's one of the big problems. The information advantage that Observer's going to give Hero. Oh, sneaky ball. Sneaky ball. Sneaky ball, but it gets scanned. Good scan for Cure. Disruptor has to throw the shot early rather than waiting for Cure to step into his trap. Force Field's defending right there as a massive Zealot counterattack goes across the map, but a lot of them getting stuck on the building wall. Going in piecemeal, guys. And remember, guys, never go in piecemeal. Always go full meal. That's what I learned from Tropic Thunder. Zealots and Phoenix in the main base trying to do a mass warp in on top. This is a crazy drop for Cure. It just might work if the Vikings can clean up the Phoenix. The Zealots are kind of getting hammered. The Phoenix go down. Dude, Cure clears the front as well. The Colossus were derping around in the back out of position. The Disruptors, who knows even where those Disruptors are. I can't believe it. The Vikings find the Colossus in the open. Oh, no. Hero, no. No! Oh, the Vikings started to go down, but I think all the Colossus will die before they can get it. He goes and redrops the main base. Cure digging deep right now, looking for that comeback. Oh my lord, Hero had so much infrastructure and tech, but it's the Doom drop in the main. We've always talked about this map. It's the drop in the main is so vulnerable, and he's getting such insane trades off. Hero cannot believe his eyes. Oh my lord, disaster at the 11th hour. Miro_X, what did you do? If I don't see people even in the YouTube comments blaming Miro_X, then I don't know what's going on. Guys, blame Miro. Miro's a Protoss hater out there saying Hero couldn't lose from here. Little does he realize. Oh, look at that. The Robo's going down. Does get a Ghost and a Marauder, but dude, the Bioforce is too good. He's still in the main base, killing tech. The Robo's so damaged. The Bio needs to get away from these Disruptors. Loses 2 Marauders there, but 1 Robo goes down. Another Robo goes down. Cure is so excited right now. He cannot believe his eyes. He can't believe he's doing this much damage. He's got a 4th command center behind it. His +2 attacks on the way. He's still EMPing the Disruptors and dodging the shots and kiting those Zealots. And of course, Hero now does not have the income advantage. He's down 65 army supply. The F2 here from Cure as he accidentally brings units back from the main base. The Disruptors starting to get gunned down. Oh! Crazy move for Cure, but you know what? He can take a few Disruptors to the face. Hero has to GG. And what an insane turn that was. I didn't know the result of this series. I literally cast this because I knew it was a close series. I had no idea. And I was purely trolling Miro in the chat there who said that. I was just trolling because we always talk about it. We always say Hero has the most unpredictable results. Don't get me wrong. Look at the numbers. It's not like this is game over. It is not game over. But he is going from 10 gates to... Let's check. Let's check the gateway count, guys. He's at like 10 gates, which is really good. 4 full mineral lines, really good. 3 Colossus, which are on the wrong side of the map. For God knows why they're over there, guys. Did he just completely forget about these? Oh, this is like the most important unit in his army. And he's decided, you have a lot of Vikings, so let's not use them. That's ludicrous, guys. Number 1, there's not that many Vikings. It's 8 Vikings against 3 Colossus. He's already lost a few Phoenix before the fighting starts is another problem. And he stopped making Disruptors here as well. Remember I was saying he's not double making Disruptors about a minute earlier. Then he made 2 Disruptors. Then he makes 1 Disruptor. Okay, finally he makes another one. But yeah, Cure did a really good job with this rotation into the main. And I guess he's got no energy for recall in that main. The Vikings flying over really help support things. They force the Prism to fly away with that Archon so it doesn't get shot down. And he gets in this nice little choke point. The Zealots get EMP'd. They get gunned down. The Vikings take out the Prism, the Phoenix, and the Colossus are just nowhere to be seen. His whole army kind of F2A move back to the main, so he just leaves a few units out here. I mean, this was a disastrous response for Hero. No ifs or buts about it. This was exactly what you didn't want to have happen as Hero. And he just kind of botched his defense. Kua did a fantastic push forward, boost into the main, and he made Hero panic and make a mistake. He got a big mistake out of Hero, something that's, you know, very hard to get out of the top pros. Maybe easier for Hero than some other pros, but damn, GG, well played. Kua brings it back 3-2 with yet again one of the insane TvP comebacks that he is so known for. Very well played by Kua. GG.